Hello everyone, Jose Ochoa Fish Keeping. As fish keepers, we are always looking for new places to visit, even if we're just going to browse. I was in some business in the area of Greenwich, Connecticut, and I had seen some of these aquariums. When you search nearby's aquarium, and this town of Greenwich is a beautiful area. I walked into this door and immediately I was just struck with its appearance. A very neat, very nice. I just had to feel like I was in an art gallery or something. Not the gallery that we have for fish, where you do see many neat aquariums, but just the whole vibe. My wife said that even from a previous store that we have visited, that the vibe just felt different at the store. They do have a very large selection of saltwater section. I'm not a saltwater guy. Someday when I grow up, I may have. The place is extremely neat, very nicely decorated, and every tank is pristine, clean. Initially, as you go into the store, the saltwater section is there. There is a smaller freshwater section in the rear of the store. I came in through the main entrance, through the front street side. There is also an entrance from the parking lot side. So either entrance, when you go in, it is striking. Not a huge selection of corals, but they had a fair amount. Unlike some other store that I have seen in the past where they did have a high concentration of corals, the store, it's not tremendously large, but it is neat when you go in. It was really a pleasant experience for me and my wife, my daughter, as we were traveling through the area. This is a new bunch of fish that they're acclimating on arrival now.
My name is Jacob. This is Greenwich Aquaria in Greenwich, Connecticut. I'm standing in front of our 580-gallon display tank. It's been running since day one. We have a ton of acro growth, Anacophora, digitata, and a whole bunch of others. This place has been here since 2007. We have no plans to leave, no plans to move. We try to keep up with the times, just like anyone else. We're always making little changes here and there. We've gotten more into plants and corals. We do mostly small fish here, but a lot of the bigger stuff is not as popular as it used to be. Basement, where we have grow out, which we're also working on growing out. Plants downstairs as well, just for fun more than anything else. It's not even for profit for us. We just are passionate and we enjoy it.
Yeah, that's okay. How you doing?
No worries. Just find the last one. You might be buying us out. It'll be the last one.
I think we have more than 7 there.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with buying you out, right?
Good.
That's good. That's good for business.
Free, right?
Yeah. As you continue looking through the store, there was this big shelf with books. Not sure if they were fish related. Our usual dry goods are there. One of the things that I told you off camera is that I went to another store nearby and the prices,
Yeah.
I told my wife I came out with a heartache out of there because, you know, they were really very pricey.
We try to be reasonable here. We do have competition on both sides, north and south of here. Try to stay in the middle. Try to be reasonable because you want the customer to feel good when they leave with a bunch of stuff, and that ensures that they come back, and that's what creates the loyalty. It's technically a crayfish, which is kind of like a lobster. They're small, they live in fresh water, very close. People in the south eat them, but they're usually, in the wild ones that live in the south, they're usually like brown, maybe red. But here, when you get fancy ones, there's white ones. It's some people do the red, white, blue. Some people just go crazy. It's fun. There's also, you might be able to see it here. Hiding. There was a really big prawn in here too somewhere.
What are we looking at here? Oh, the gold.
Very aggressive.
He's aggressive?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's coming out. Good. Oh, I gotta show her.
That was in one of our employees was in his business tank. And
Is it a crayfish?
we ordered it, it came in as a freshwater prawn. There was no Latin name, there was nothing, but we thought it was interesting. And they were really, really small, no bigger than like a ghost shrimp. And we had 3 of them. I sold 2, and then one of our staff took 1. And that was about a year and a half ago, and now it's giant. He brought it back here because it was in a business tank, killing his business, he was attacking. And he didn't want that, obviously. So we brought it back here.
The possums are incredible here. The plants, the possums. Holy cow! I bought all the stuff to put it at home. I go all the way around.
Yeah, stop right there.
Holy cow!
I'm trying to get it to go everywhere.
It will at the pace that it's
That
going.
took about 2 years to get from the tank to over there.
I took 4 Botia striata or zebra roaches or tiger roaches, you're calling them here. They vary the names, but they are $12, which is very reasonable because most places, if you find them at all, they cost more. So I think that was very reasonable. I didn't come. I was in the area doing some business, but I figured I was not planning on taking fish. But every time I walk into any fish store, I always plan that I'm going to leave with something.
Oh yeah.
And I really like the store because it feels like almost a little vintage apartment. It's really nice.
Yeah. This used to be an antique store.
That's exactly what it feels. That's the feel of
why
it.
the ceiling has the look that it does, and the columns. When the owner first leased the place, he decided to keep it. He thought it just looked very unique.
It seems that in the store you have more salt water than you do fresh water. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, and when you look at, it depends on how you look at it. When you look at the quantity, like the amount of fish that we sell way more fresh water than we do salt. But when you look at it on the financial side of it, the saltwater stuff generates a little bit more revenue.
Okay, yeah, I figured that would.
So we try to balance it out the best we can, because we can fit a heck of a lot more freshwater fish in those small systems than we can the saltwater.
Yeah, I've always wanted a saltwater tank, and I made some modification in my house before, planning for a reef tank, which something similar to this. And I opened a wall between 2 rooms, and the idea was you could view it from both sides. But life happens, and I could not do it. But eventually, that's my goal. I like keeping a lot of. Basically, I buy fish for the color.
Yeah.
And I keep a lot of dishes because of their colors. And
saltwater is a whole lot more of it.
That's why that's the closest thing I can get to salt water. But saltwater is it's a whole different ball game altogether, and that's something that
it is. It's a little different, but I try to tell people that when you want to get into saltwater, especially if you have experience with freshwater, the transition really isn't that bad. The know-how doesn't really become the hurdle. It is a bit more expensive, but and that's usually the first hurdle, because with the right coach, if you shop at the right place, you get the right person teaching you everything, anybody can figure it out. It takes a little time, but it's not as bad as you might think.
Where do you source most of your saltwater fish?
We get a lot of it from just local wholesalers,
Okay.
Around. Local wholesalers all over the place. A lot of them in particular are in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And then some stuff comes from overseas. It's hard to not get things from overseas, but we try to minimize it when we can, because that stuff doesn't ship as well if it's a longer trip.
Well, I thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I hope to come back at some point in the future again. Okay?
Sounds great. You come
Thank you.
anytime. We're here
Thank
for you.
Thank you so much.